Florida teen Will Larkins fights Governor DeSantis by teaching a class about Stonewall. Queer News Tonight has previously reported on Will Larkins, the gay, non-binary Winter Park High School junior. I lived in Winter Park. Go Will Larkins. Who wrote on an op-ed for the New York Times about how Florida's Don't Say Gay bill would put the lives of LGBTQ teens in this state at risk. When his American history class was scheduled to learn about the 60s and 70s, Larkins asked their teacher if the class would be learning about Stonewall. According to Larkins, the teacher responded, quote, "What's Stonewall?" end quote, inspiring him to create a lesson for his class. He posted a video clip on his Twitter with the caption, quote, "LGBTQ American history is not taught in public schools, so I took it upon myself to explain the events of the Stonewall uprising to my fourth period U.S. history class. Hashtag say gay anyway," end quote. Well, as you can imagine, Larkins has gotten a lot of negative comments on the tweet, including the already tired calls of groomer on a teenager. To those comments, they responded, quote, "I'm a 17-year-old high school junior teaching a historical event to my classmates. We have learned much more intense history in this class. How are y'all calling me a groomer and a pedo right now? Stop sexualizing and harassing minors like me," end quote. Bravo. Larkins has also revealed that his school is investigating them for misconduct due to the lesson. Watch this.
So, the Stonewall uprising. Essentially, people were fed up with the abuse, and Stonewall was the tipping point. There was a moment where a cop was forcing this lesbian woman into a van and knocked her over the head, and she became unconscious. And that was the moment that people started throwing objects. It started with pennies and whatever you could find, but then it became bricks from Stonewall's Inn.
The mere fact that that can be going on, Winter Park High School is a fine school, fine public school. The mere fact that that even can go on, bravo to that teacher that allowed that to happen. Bravo to Winter Park High School. Bravo to Will Larkin. I went to Sarasota High School. That was unimaginable. Unimaginable, what I just watched.
That video has been seen almost 500,000 times. So Will Larkins, you are teaching, my friend. Kudos to you.
You know, I'm not going to say kudos to Winter Park High School just yet, Alan. I'm sorry, but he has been suspended from that school for simply handing out pride flags during an organized walkout, and they're investigating him for this lesson. And in addition, I read the Twitter feed. There's so much vile hate going on at him. They're attacking the child that they supposedly wanted to protect. You can see more about his struggle and how Nadine Smith from Equality Florida is responding to it in this week's SFGN online and on stands tomorrow.
How do you follow up that?
You don't.
You don't.
Greg's going to
But
I'm going to try.
Good.
Whitney Houston was right. The children are the future. Oh, and crack is whack.
I'm sorry. This kid should be carried. He is an inspiration. That he has cojones that I just admire, to be able to just stand up and do what he believes is right. And the class obviously was very receptive, and you can see in the video they were listening and watching and learning, and the school wasn't willing to teach it. Remember when I had to ask you what Stonewall was all about? Remember that night I sat there and I said, "Daddy, tell me what Stonewall's all about."
Daddy, wow.
See that joke? That joke doesn't land because he was the third person to throw a brick at Stonewall riots.
You horrible person.
LGBTQ plus news is vital for our community and for the broader world as a whole. We have enough enemies at Fox News. Tucker, Sean, and Laura are loud. We need passionate allies. Happening Out television network, Queer News Tonight, and It's Happening Out are literally out of the closet and into the headlines. Our community needs your support. Like this broadcast and subscribe now to ensure the growth of the entire LGBTQ plus community.